Hey guys, PIEGUYRULZ here with another problem I'm having with Nickelodeon. Now, you've probably read the title of this video, so you know what I'm going to be ranting on today. So let me get a few things out of the way first. Kids' Choice Awards is a good idea. It always has been. Do not misunderstand me. It is a great concept that Nick developed years ago, and I am so happy to see that it's the one thing they've continued to this day that is before like 1999. Like the other oldest thing on the network is SpongeBob. So I am so happy to see that this is still there. So anything I say now from this point on that I have a problem with is very minor, and do not misunderstand me and think that I hate the Kids' Choice Awards. All right, let's see. Well, one of my big problems was, and I don't know, maybe they've been doing this the entire time, but I only kind of just noticed it in the past few years. Whenever they announce awards for smaller things, like which TV show won the best cartoon category, or whatever like that, most of the awards are shown during the commercial breaks. Like they'll just have at the bottom of the screen, okay, Avatar was the best show for the Kids' Choice Awards 2008. That's it. Like, they don't get an announcement on the big podium. They don't get stars announcing it. No one gets to receive any award, not the creator of the show, not even the cartoon character itself. And they've done that for quite a few awards. There were actually very few awards, quote unquote, given out. And maybe it's just in recent years, or maybe it's been something that's just been going all along. But I don't really think it's right. I mean, sure, there are some minor things that actually that maybe don't deserve as much time as other awards do, and maybe they couldn't find enough celebrities. But still, something as big as favorite cartoon, because I remember I was back on the Avatar forums on TV.com, and we were all anxious to see if Avatar would beat SpongeBob for the first time. And when they announced it at the bottom of the screen, I remember reading all the comments that were like, what was that? There was a little blurb at the bottom of the screen that said Avatar won. Does that mean Avatar actually won? Is there going to be an announcement? No, that was it. Like, people were actually genuinely confused because they weren't entirely sure if that was the announcement. And it was. So, that's a bit of a disappointment, especially if you're excited about that category, to just have it announced, a little text at the bottom of the screen. And, maybe they wouldn't have to do that if they didn't have so many goddamn commercials. I guess it's typical of any award show, but, oh man, there's a lot of commercial breaks. And another thing that's kind of hogging the show's times is these celebrities' endorsements. All of the celebrities they get have movies coming out soon, especially the host. So that just kind of seems like just such a gimmick, just like you're watching a continuous commercial, and you feel kind of cheated knowing that the only reason that those people are there are basically just to plug their own show and not because they actually care or are honored or whatever. So yeah, those are two things that bothered me. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, well, there's the significant lack of slime. I know slime has kind of slowly been disappearing from the network, but I remember the year, no, not Ben Stiller, maybe Ben Stiller. I don't know. I remember the year, one of the years, there was actually no slime until the very last minute of the show. Literally, they had to drag Robin Williams out. I believe it was maybe 2006. I'm not entirely sure. I do not check facts ever. So, I could be wrong. But I remember there was one year, and I'm sure you'll all remember this too, but they got to the end of the show, and the big gimmick was they were going to slime anyone that said April Fool's Day, because this was on April Fool's Day, while picking their nose. Now, if you're going to do something like that, have them just say April Fool's Day. Who's possibly going to say April Fool's Day while picking their nose? Like, seriously? So anyway, they got to the end of the show without a single person getting green ooze on them. And finally, during the credits, they got Robin Williams, of course Robin Williams, the king of comedy, to come out there and do it, and there was slime in the last 2 seconds of the show, and that's just wrong, especially when you're giving in to such indulging little kind of musical thingies. Don't get me wrong, music is nice, and it's nice to have live performances, but do we really need so many of them? It is a Kids' Choice Awards, not any sort of musical awards. Although there are kind of music awards in the subcategories. Well, that's about all I have to say. I mean, I could go on listing all the good things about the Kids' Choice Awards, but you already know how good it is, and you already know basically everything I would say. So what's even the point? I just have to clarify one thing. At the time of seeing this, I have not seen Kids' Choice Awards 2010. So yep, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little mini kind of half rant. And I'll be back. Who knows, for another Nick rant. So, Pie Guy Rules out.